guys, Zombie Slaying here, back with another tutorial video. We'll be doing a jailbreaks server after this. Today I've seen a lot of you, well, some of you liked my video on scripting all these things. If you don't know how, check it out in the, well, just check it out. Okay, so today, this is a very popular game style, but everyone loves jailbreak. You want to come up with the next jailbreak, but you don't know how to script. Here's an easy way to learn. This, you open up. Okay, now, you go over here into the workspace. You select base plate, scale, and this, you have your base plate. What you do is you can pull it up all the way and put it all the way out to the side to give you a large area to work with. You can either now just generate something or use base plate. I prefer using base plate because it's a smoother, easier, and faster generated way. If you'd shortened it to around 1 stud, 2 studs, like I have, then now you're ready. What you first need to do is make sure that all the sides are a good length. Now you can notice that it is a bit long on one side. Move that. Now, you go here. Oh, no, wrong thing. So you're on transform. You've moved it, and now it shows your grid. This may not work for you, but move it back down so that you have it like this. Make sure everything's checked correctly. Let me just see something. Okay, you have it on transform with base plate. Base plate? I want base plate. You want to get it the same amount of studs by the same amount of studs. Okay, so I suggest using a 700 by 700 about. Well, actually, I prefer 800 by 888. Okay, now that you have this and everything's aligned, you go here, you take transform off, and it's gone. Now you have an about even workspace. With this workspace, it depends on what you want to do. To continue as a type of game that my game is, then continue watching. Okay, so you go here, you insert a part. This is something almost big game developers do. You wonder how on games like Jailbreak and Meep City, they have those invisible walls. I'm going to show you. Remember how we changed this so that it will look more light? You can make it so light it's invisible. Now watch. You go to View, Properties. Now you look for Transparency. It should be right here under Reflectance. Change the transparency to 1, and it's invisible. And to change it right back, you just hit transparency, nothing. Okay, so for this you're going to need to take it. You can take properties off if you want. You can keep it there if you need. But you're going to need to take this and copy and paste it. Now you need to move it. Okay, now it's moved over about here. Okay, we have it like this. We put it here. And now we have this joint. What you do is, now this should work if you set it to the same proportions as I did. You'll barely have to do any work with this. You can move this any way you want, but I prefer doing this. Now, you go to rotate, as you may think. Except really, you have to first move it upwards, then to rotate. Okay, so now we have it like this. It is a bit large, so what you need to do is you need to take it down and put it in like this. Now you move it down so it's far enough down. Perfect. Now check and make sure all sides are covered. You don't want players escaping. Pull it up. Now go here into plugins. Yeah, plugins. Rig builder, and you go for mesh rig.
I have a little sauce or a lot of sauce. Which should I do? How much do you need? This one?
Okay. Now this you name dummy. Okay. This dummy, you can go into rig builder, animation editor. Select a rig to animate. Now, if you want to see how small, first what you need to do is, whoa, dummy selected. Okay. Perfect. Lower torso. Okay. Upper torso. And now you look for right upper and right lower arm. You twist these all the way around so that they're in this particular position. Now, what you need to do is you do not apply a kit. No, I do not want... No. This is the basic mesh rig. So, with your mesh rig, you take it. I know it seems like it's a lot of work. Yeah. Oh no, we lost it, but this will still pay off. Now you have it so the animation packs are not saved, but they are. If it comes too close, see, it won't let it go further. Now, you test and see if there are any cracks, if the thing can go through the crack. You do that by, first, you go up here, you go here, and now you select all of it. You hit anchor. Wherever your dummy went, you'd select it. And now, see if you can move it and have it inside of the crack. Now, rotate the dummy if you are done with that. Now, look at the dummy. This dummy cannot go any further without having to no-clip through the wall. No-clip is a fancy word for go through. So, if it cannot go through any longer, then it is perfect, which it should be. Now, you take your dummy, you just delete it. It never needed it. Now, you take the same thing, you go up high, you click on it, you paste. Okay, now this is where it gets tricky. You have to move it. I know, oh, anchor. I do not want anchor stuck on this thing. Well, we do want it, though not now. So, now, as you can see, we have this. Make sure it's in the center of your crosshair. Now, move it a bit away from the center of the crosshair. Now, prepare it. Remember, this will take a long time to master, though when it's mastered, you can apply this in many aspects of scripting, and it may even help you figure out glitches in your gaming. Okay, now you have the 4x4 square box without a roof. If you would like to add a roof, you can. I feel like I should add a roof to mine so players do not try and go out of the map. Okay, as you can see, we have this one piece. You take the one piece, you hit scale, and first you have to pull it out all the way. Just zoom out, make sure your crosshair isn't messing anything up. Now, make sure you're selecting the blue one. Run it all the way across. It doesn't matter if it's messy. We'll fix that later. As long as the holes are about this size, you're good. You can pull them a bit this way. It's fine. So, now you have this big giant hole. You cover it. Okay, now select this. Select scale, select up.
I like that because I can just like one serving and then I just put real popcorn on it.
Now you put this here and do this and done. Now you have your 4x4 square box. You think that was easy? It should be. Now go into properties. Select transparency 1. Do this with the rest of the square box folding material. Set the transparency to 1 on each of them so that you can see it perfectly.
So on the 17th of November, I was invited to a makeup party, makeup, yada yada.
Okay, make sure you have everything cleared. If you want to actually make it so that it will be a successful game, you want to add detail. So, what I recommend is you start at the edges or start in the middle and work your way in/out. If you are working your way in, then you need to start outside and you need to then work with details. I'm going to start by working my way in. So what you first need to do is you want it to look real. So you take a part, you go under here, you go wedge. I know it may not look different, but it is. Scale it up, rotate it. Now, this is where it looks different. See? Okay. Pull this out as far as you need. We will soon learn that this is a very important step, except you can replace it easily. There's an also easy way to do it again. This may work for some. You can either now try a cylinder. If you are skilled enough, you can place the cylinder on the edge and scale through. Now, you have your cylinder, you pull it out, but what is this? Ta-da! You have an end part. Okay. Now, what you want to do is you want to go into View, Properties, and color it a green color. Sea green is more preferred. Now go into Material, Plastic. Now you go here and you look for grass. Okay, it should be grass. Do not put it to glass. Grass looks like this. Okay, you have the glass. Grass. You have the grass. Now, if you have this grass, it should be equal to the grass on the other side. Okay, now, deselect properties and select move. Now, move it away from the other one and position it so it looks like it's right. If it looks like it's right, prepare it for the players. Remember, the more detailed, the better.
Okay, the big white stuff thing we talked about that was sounded so good. I really want that big cut. I'm not gonna eat it because it's so late. I don't like that. I don't like to be gone that late. But you can bring that home anytime you want.
Now, make sure this is all pulled out and deselected. Now this will be the tricky part. You have to figure out a way to get this one rod, one of these rods, to be selected only. Now, once you have one rod selected, you are here to scale it just small enough so that it can be moved all directions. Scale it down, bring it forward. Now, this is easy. Select rotate. Keep rotating until ready. Now, player base always is into detail, as I've said many times before. If the player base wants detail, then what you need to do is provide it. Now, you need to make sure it fits exactly.
I don't know it at all. And I know Friends, Seinfeld, The Office.
Now, select this. Whatever.
Running for office. Yeah.
Now, you move down.
At the point where she wants to date Ben, but she's running for office and she's afraid.
Now, put it so like it this. Okay. Now, your hard part is over. Getting all this stuff has been probably a bit annoying. You wonder, is there any way to make this go faster? Yes. Don't record a tutorial video. Though, if you really want to go faster, become a better builder. Practice at least once each day for 15 minutes every day. Yeah, I need to practice 15 minutes a day. I don't practice that every single day. That you can take off sometimes, as long as it's at reasonable times and not whenever you feel like it. Now, select this, select move. Okay, so, since it's still in the fall season, players always like seasonal things. I know you just textured it to green, but if you really want to catch their eye, texture it to orange, yellow, and red. That'll look really good in your thumbnail. Now, make sure everything is synced up. Now deselect everything. Go into View, go into Properties. Select each one of these and change it to a different color. This one you can set as Rungedy. This one you can set as bright yellow. This one over here you can also set as Brunguddy, however you say that. And this one, no, wrong one, bright yellow. Now, deselect. Okay. You have these base parts down. What you need to do is you need to go into View, deselect Properties, and select Explorer. Close all of these. Keep it open here. Click on Base Plate. Now, go to View, Properties of the base plate. Now, what you need to do is either change it to this color, lime green, or slime green, whatever. This color if you really want to, though I do not recommend it. This color is good enough, though I don't recommend it. This I recommend. So, you have it here. Okay. You have rust. Now, yes, these need to be two different colors. If you did them the same color, switch it. Okay. So, let's go into the game and see how it looks. First, we need to insert an object called spawn. Insert object. Spawn. Now, select. Play. As you can see, it still shows our timer, though it shows all of the good things. So, if you have everything correct, circle, good characters. I'm just checking some stuff to make sure. Perfect. Okay, that is the main layout of your map. Now that you have this, you're almost done. When you're making the very first parts of your map, you need to make at least one Easter egg. That's one little thing that's like different from all the rest that players have to try and find. You can just search up anything you want here. I know it's not the best, but I've been looking at this thing, and since I'm zombie slain, I would like this drooling zombie. You move it, and now, since I'm zombie slain, we put it. Now we don't just make it so it says drooling zombie, and everyone can see it. We scale it down, and we make it tiny, and we put it here. Now, you're wondering, yeah, but it still says drooling zombie. Select it, name, hit space, return, and you're done. Zombie slain, signing off. Goodbye.